Live, you live. Taja, you can hear me, Taj?
Yes, sir.
Let me get some more beat on that. Taj, one more time, come in.
Yes, sir. I can hear you with your sweet voice, King.
All right, let's do it then. You ready, Nas? Let's go get him.
And now for our feature presentation.
You now listening to Live on Broadway podcast. Welcome back to another episode of Live on Broadway podcast. Welcome back to another episode of Live on Broadway podcast, where the situations matter more than the relationships. Perspectives will be respected by everybody. If this is your first time tapping in with us on LOBP, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. Y'all know what's up, you heard? Y'all know what's happening, right? If this is your first time tapping in, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Get acclimated to what we doing on YouTube. Broadway the Giant Live on Broadway podcast are the easiest ways of finding us, you heard? Shout out to my team. I got my money team with me. I got Big Nas in the room, you heard? I got Lala in the room with me. I got Taj in the room with me. I got Big Sammy, not the little one. Put some respect on her name. She'll lay something down. You heard? Brooklyn style, baby. Brooklyn style. Oh! Oh man, what's happening with it? Triz, D, y'all hit the button. I'll bring y'all up respectfully. We got a lot to talk about today, beginning with me. I'm not coming to y'all today. I'm going to me first. This is about me. I like to start this podcast off with thanking me. Hello? As per usual, this podcast is dedicated to a dear sweet friend of mine and friend of the room, Allison Grace. We will forever love you, Queen, right? We're going to celebrate you forever because if it wasn't for you, you know, you wouldn't be able to bring us so close, and your presence is a present. So shout out to Queen Allison. She's always in the room. Let me start appropriately while I wait for Instagram to heat up. Taj, how was your weekend, Queen?
My weekend was all right, quiet, keeping it together, getting everything up on the website, making sure everything was right so everyone could do what they need to do. So I was just staying in mode as I see a blue car pass me, so I was in Allison mode all weekend.
I love that. Sammy, how was your weekend, Queen?
It was uneventful, but thank God we're here.
Right, you woke up this morning, baby. That's the event. You're blessing us with the sound of your voice. That's the event. You know, so shout out to you, Sam. Lala, what it do, shorty?
Hey.
How was your weekend, Lala?
I was waiting for you to finish blowing your nose. My weekend was busy, getting things ready for our lovely sister's homegoing. Just a lot of communication. Shout out to Damien. Shout out to Taj. Shout out to Toya. Shout out to the whole What New York Sounds Like crew. We've been putting in some work for Alice. So, yep, that was my weekend.
I love it, and I'm here for all parts of it. I had an amazing weekend, you know. Even when I do a lot of nothing is always amazing. I stood in the house up until, no, I'm lying. I did something Saturday. What I do Saturday? I did something. What I do Saturday? Jesus, Mary and Joseph. I know Sunday I got next to my boy, Drizzy. Shout out to my guy Drizzy. We went out nice little brunch Sunday vibes, and we had a chance to watch the South Carolina and Iowa game. Anybody watched it? Hello? Anybody? No? Anybody watched
Yep.
it? You watched it? Okay, cool. So, bottomless mimosas, in typical 40 plus. You gotta hit that button, Nas. Hit the small button on the bottom. All right. You'll see it. Do it again. There you go. There you go. In typical old nigga fashion, I was in the house early. I went out to Bronx, then came back and took a nap. Hello? Anybody feel my pain? I'm at that age now where,
Yes, sir. I just hit you right.
yo, them bottomless mimosas, I came home, I knocked right out instantly. Instantly. I fell right out, right? But it was good to see the games that was played and watch South Carolina win the actual chip, man. That was dope. Shout out to what's my girl name?
Don Stanley.
No. The female player that everybody
Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark. I had the chance to watch her play for the first time. I'm joining in on the wave. Y'all know I'm a wave rider. I'm gonna be with the female basketball. Everybody talking about it. When they stop, I'll be stopping again. But my energy was, I got a chance to watch her play. She lost to Dawn Stanley, right? But the beautiful part to it is I see the women are coming to play ball. They not playing, they hitting, then they stepping back, and then they hitting them threes. They shooting. The ladies are playing ball, so that's really good to see. And there's a lot of drawed up energy as of late with the WNBA, so I'm happy to see that. But on to more specific news. Don, Lala, talk to us. Tap in with us. What up, though? Mario, what's happening with you, King? Lala, talk to me, Queen.
Yep.
So, Dawn Stanley, Starley, am I saying it right? Stanley, talk to me. She won she's the coach for South Carolina. They won.
Yep. Yeah, they won their third championship. They look back on Iowa. So they lost last year, but they got it back.
I love that. Have you been watching from the beginning of the season or March Madness?
Not the women, no.
Okay. What's the rave about with Dawn Starley? What like I know she played for the WNBA back in like the 90s or something like that.
Yeah.
What's that about?
So she was a part of the original Dream Team for the women in Atlanta for the Olympics when she was with who was on that team? It was with Lisa Leslie and all of them.
Oh, the New York Liberty.
Yeah, and she made a guest appearance. Like they made a guest appearance on Martin during that time. Like so, she's highly respected in women's basketball.
Shout out to the ladies putting in the work and getting it done. That's always good to see, man. That's always good to see. I wonder. I know there was some controversy with some of the things she said in regards to transgenders. Tap in with me, Allie. Hey, listen. I mean, look, I'm gonna call you Allie. I'm sorry, it's by default. I gotta make the transition as she's in her. Allie going. What she doing. She doing this. My bad, Lie. Talk to me.
It's all right. I don't
Exactly. I want you to know that she's doing this.
She's doing this. So Dawn Stanley, she is in support of transgender athletes. And her direct quote was, "In my opinion, if you're a woman, you should play. If you consider yourself a woman and you want to play sports or vice versa, you should be able to play." That's her direct quote.
So make it make sense for me. So she's saying that a woman, someone that identifies as a woman should be able to play as they identify, but you already know where I'm gonna kind of go with this because this narrative has been out there for a while. If you identify as a woman, cool, that's fine. But there's certain natural abilities that make men stronger than women. And I ain't knocking what you identify as and who you sleep with, all that. I mind my business. But when it comes to sports, how do you guys feel in regards to you identify as a woman? Should you, if you're a transgender woman, should you be playing sports as you identify? Let me tap in and go to my guy Sammy first. Sammy, talk to me, Queen.
I don't understand why they just don't have the trans league. It's very appropriate. It's a great marketing. They can have their rainbow jerseys. They could do bright pink, however they want to do it. But when you're taking hormones and you're on medication and you're transitioning, your body goes through things as well. So when they talk about the medical side, you're going to have a lot more injuries. You're going to have a lot more people being benched. And I feel like if you are born a man, you have your male, what's it called? Your dynamic cell makeup that God created you to be. And you're battling that by either not taking hormones or taking hormones. So you need to be in a league of your own. Trans it up.
As I toss the ball around, I really like that. That's a great analogy, a great example. Having a trans league. How do you guys feel about it? Darius, talk to me, King. Darius, you buy your mic? He probably not buy his mic. David, did you watch the game this weekend?
I did.
Shout out to you too, Dave, because I had a chance to kick it with you, and you actually put the bug in my ear and got me next to the people I needed to be next to, so I could go watch the game. So shout out to my guy Dave. How you feel, man? Dawn Stolly, she says that I know I'm probably hacking her last name. I'm sorry, but she says that if you identify as a woman, you should be able to play the ball, play the game in the league as you identify. How you feel about that?
Well, I saw Joanna Man, and I thought it looked good and everything, but I think in practicality, I would say if a female plays in a man league, like these women are bigger and bigger, but it's just the aggression, the testosterone, that I don't think it's a good match. I think women have evolved a lot. Women are dunking and doing a lot of great things. They're just as good as the men these days. But I think the physicality, I think, could get lost if you put someone who was born as a woman in the same league with men, if that makes sense.
No, it makes a lot of sense. So you saying these women have been men already, and I mean, you saying that these women already are built like men. So 6 1/2 dozens is the same difference. They should be able to play where they want to play. Are you saying the women are men? Are you saying that they got broad shoulders and big backs? Is that what he said? Hello?
No? I guess I'm just trying to understand. Like, so what are you saying? The transgenders, if you were born a man and then, I mean, if you were born a, wait, what is it?
We're going to give you the
man,
exact quote. I got you. Lala, give him the quote, Queen.
So she said, in my opinion, if you're a woman, you should play. If you consider yourself a woman and you want to play sports or vice versa, you should be able to play. That's my opinion. Unquote.
Okay, so now it makes sense. So you're saying a transgender could play college basketball with women, or a transgender could play in the WNBA? That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
She was referring to the WNBA when she made that quote.
I mean, we got to see what that looks like. I seen Joanna Man. Would it be the same thing as Joanna Man?
Pretty much.
Yeah, so I don't think that'll be a good fit. That's just my opinion, though.
Okay. All right, let me get it from D. How you feel, King? Should women that identify, should players that identify as a woman, meaning you were naturally born as a man, be able to play in the WNBA and compete against other women? DWI. Hello? All right, we're gonna tap in with Keisha. Oh, there
Yo,
you
give me
go.
that last part one more time. I was trying to log in on the Instagram, but I'm
I
here
got
now.
you.
What's up?
All right, so the question is pretty much should
But they need to see my face today. They need to see my face.
all right.
Last
So
week,
then
you know
go
what
to
I mean?
Instagram. I got you. We're gonna keep your commentary on Instagram. I see you there. I sent you the link. You gotta hit the button and join up. Tap in with me, Angel.
I didn't hear the beginning of the question.
So pretty much the question is, if you're born a man and you identify later in life as a woman, should you be able to play in the WNBA per Don Stanley's quote?
Absolutely not.
Mm.
Just not. I don't even know why they do that. It's unfair, especially to these women who have trained, a lot of them, for a greater part of their whole lives to get to this position, and then have to compete with an air quote other woman who's not a woman. I don't think it's fair.
I know that's right, girl.
D, talk to me, King. How you feel?
I'm feeling amazing. What up?
What up? So pretty much Don Stanley said that women should
That's the
be able
basketball
to.
player, right?
Yeah. So how you feel?
Yeah.
I mean, where you at with that? And also, let me also add this caveat. Sammy said something that was really interesting. She said she feels as though there should be a transgendered league.
League?
Yeah.
Right.
So how you feel? You see what I'm doing, collectors. This the type of vibe I'm on tonight. How you feel about that, D?
Well, I feel like that it's two separate things. It's two separate leagues. It's two different body sizes, body shape, strength. And I don't care what type of transition that you do medically, that don't change what God did. It's not right. It's not right.
Shout out to my God, the collectors. Shout out to the collectors dropping that bag. I appreciate you, King. Make sure you go tap in 2C's. Put the link in the comments. Make sure you guys tap in. Y'all see my varsity. That's who sponsored my varsity
that's
tonight.
the jacket?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I gotta get next to him.
You understand me? What up, though? Cannon, I see you, Big Jersey. So here's my thing. I actually agree with what Sammy said, and I like that perspective of if you are and identify as something that's good for you. No, I feel like that's hate. Don't say that like that, Broadway. If that's how you identify, then that's good, right? But you should be able to compete against your same type, right? Hence the reason why they don't let the women compete against the men in the NBA, and they got the WNBA. They should have the TNBA. You understand what I'm saying? The TBA or something like that, however you will call it. You know, tap in 2C's and get $5 off your discount code. You know, I'm gonna run an ad. If there's one thing Broadway gonna do, he gonna run an ad. Shout out to my guy _collector's choice. Make sure you tap in with them on Instagram. So look, let's do this, man. D, did you see the eclipse today? Sir, hello?
Yes, I seen it, but I didn't see the total blackout. I seen it after you wasn't supposed to look at the sun, so I think I'm blind right now.
So what are you looking at if you blind, sir?
I mean,
I can't with you.
You see it's dark in my room.
It is dark in your room. It is. I see you got the bird box vibe.
What was the question of the podcast that I seen today? I think it's along the lines of the question I had earlier.
What? What's happening? We going rogue? This is not.
No.
This is off script. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, you didn't have a script?
No, we don't have a script. But go ahead. Go ahead. What's the podcast you talking about?
Nah, something about dating or something. What was the title? Let me see on Clubhouse. Why should you wear around my man?
Why would you wear around my man? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes. Later on, I want to talk about men being able to be sex trafficked.
Okay, we're
Yeah,
gonna get there.
Men being sex trafficked? Oh my God.
Nah,
You see,
not
lie,
sex
and
traffic.
we work so hard, and
Not,
then he
not,
comes in and he does this
He
audible,
no,
just
not sex traffic.
obliterates all of our hard work.
all of our hard work. This is what D does, though. I love him. I love
No,
him for it.
I think we should be able to have an OnlyFans and sell our sex pieces too. Like we should be able. It should be honored for us to do that. Like what they call it.
D, we talking about the eclipse right now, sir. Can you stay on
Okay,
topic?
Go back to the clip.
Triz, we talk about the eclipse and he talk about men. Can you stay on topic for a moment?
You said we didn't have a topic.
We do. We
First of
talk
all,
about
you
the
chewing in
eclipse.
my ear.
Hello?
Chewing. Oh, to my tip.
First, you chewing in my ear.
Thank you.
I'm
You're making this
concerned
as an
about your
audio
eyes.
broadcast.
I'm about to drink in your ear too.
All right,
You
listen.
gotta echo. It's just so much going on.
Right.
I'm going on mute.
D, stay on brand. Stop chewing, mute up while you chew. And Triz, did you see the eclipse today, Queen?
I did. I was at work.
You was at work.
It was cute. It was
It
all
was
inspiring, and I mean, it was what it was. Somebody had some glasses. I didn't look directly at it because I'm not trying to see spots in the morning when I wake up or something like D might have. Hopefully not. I hope you'll be okay in the morning. But they say don't look directly at it, so don't do that.
they said that? Because I was
Oh my God.
this is why you're supposed to watch and listen to the CDC, right?
Oh my gosh.
You can
No,
get
I'm southern and I'm a Taurus.
There's a girl that said that 6 years ago, the last eclipse, she looked at it and then she woke up the next morning and had like spotty vision. This is a thing. Like, it's a real thing, y'all.
Yeah, the medical term for it is called solar retinopathy. And
There you go.
basically, what happens is your retina is like a lens. So if you think of it like a magnifying glass, that's what your eye is doing. And
Yep.
when you put like a magnifying glass and the glare off the sun, you'll start to burn. So that's the same effect that it'll have on your retina, and you can
You
go
burnt out
blind.
your retina.
Boy, Doc.
Let me tell you
Y'all
the
didn't
funny
know none of
thing.
this before, right? Mm-hmm.
No one's heard the word retina before the iPhone and Apple devices. Now you know what the word
Come
retina
on,
is.
come on.
Retina display, retina anthropology. I know you're a scientist, but listen, don't be coming on this podcast and showing off what the correct term is retina anthropathology. The fuck? Like,
First of all, I didn't do
Lala,
anything different than
I
Allie
appreciate
would
you,
have
Lala.
done. You're welcome, Triz.
The fuck?
Because Allie would have had the correct name for medical things.
Oh God. Okay.
I'm worried about y'all. I'm worried about the both of y'all.
Oh, all right. So, hey, listen, I'm going to be the first one off the porch and say it. I think they finessed us. I don't think there was no eclipse today. I think they was trying to cause a distraction, cause some noise over here while the robbery was happening over there. I think it was all cap. The light, the sun. No, I seen everything. They was lying to us. There was no eclipse today. They lied to y'all and y'all buying into it. Conspiracy
Hold on, so you
way.
didn't see it get dark? Like, it got dark.
No, it's dark now outside at 7:53.
It got dark around 3-something p.m. 3.
We live in the Truman Show. This is the Truman Show. They got cameras everywhere. They hoodwinked and bamboozled us to believe that there was an eclipse. The only thing that happened was there was some clouds that made it dark outside. Right now, if that made it shady outside, right now it's dark. I was expecting it to be like this at 2:09 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it wasn't. Hello?
The people on Wall Street was running around.
There were certain areas that it got dark. Like, my friend lives in Texas, and she posted a video. It's 1:44 p.m., and it looked like it was 7 o'clock at night. And then she had, like, a better view of it. It's just like you got to be in the right place.
That was an Instagram filter.
This is gonna be.
You know how your girls
It's gonna be a great conversation tonight because y'all are some ignorant shit. Let's go.
Oh,
Let's go.
All right, let's talk about it. I'm not doing this all day because DC in spots. Triz is believing what the person in Texas told her, but she don't know that person in Texas worked for the CDC and they're out to promote.
My friend. I went to school with her. We
propaganda.
Went to school together.
Yeah,
we went to school together.
She was a plant. She was only set there at the same time.
She's an industry plant?
Yes, she's an industry plant, Triz. She was only set there to have you further this narrative of what she said.
Me.
For you.
Specifically for me.
Because she knew.
I'll take it.
Oh, man. All right, so let's talk about the talk of the town. Who's side? Aoki Simmons is dating a 65-year, 21 Aoki Simmons, Russell Simmons' daughter, is dating a 65-year-old dude, right? We all aware of this, right?
Get your money, sir.
So the simple question, because we all see the comments, we all see the this, that, and the third. We all came on the pod a few weeks ago and we spoke about Jalen Green, $300 million, and Drea, right? We saw that, right?
No, your wholeness can get deleted. Your wholeness can get deleted.
Delete all that shit! Delete all that shit!
So, is there any difference here? And I guess the question that I more appropriately have to ask is simply, what's the largest age gap you've dated inside of? I'm going to start with Clubhouse, and I'm going to go to Sammy first, because Sammy look like she like him a little old. I ain't going to lie. Sammy, you look like you giving Anna Nicole vibes. Sammy, hello? Are you there, Sammy?
That is so fun. I wish. I ain't get that. Maybe if I would have went to LA when I was 18, I probably would have done stupidness like that. But this is what happens. Russell should have beat them kids instead of meditating. This is. So I don't know. I mean, the largest age gap for me has been single digits, like maybe 3 or 4 years. I haven't gone too extreme. So.
Not what I heard. 3 or 4?
Ooh. Hello?
That was only one. I can't. I can't.
D, no. Make her stand in front of it, D.
Deleted that.
D, what you know? You got something you want to share with the rest of the viewership?
Nah, I just feel like women been lying about their age for a long time. So if you telling me that when you was lying and saying you was 18 when you was 16, the guy was only 21, or he wasn't like 27 or 28 back in the days in the 90s?
No, I never lied about my age. I never had to. And my baby father was 23 or 24 and I was 18.
You was 16.
No, I wasn't.
You was 16.
Nah, not too much on Sammy. I believe
not too much on
Sammy
Sammy.
never told a lie.
D, what's the oldest you've dated? What's the age? D,
up or down?
Up and down. The fuck? Pause.
Up or down? Pause. 55 up. So
how old were you?
How old were you?
I was 47. I don't know. Anyway, but I'm just saying that's old though. 47. All right. Anyway. All right. And then lower has always been around like 15 years.
You was dating 15-year-olds? Hold on, D.
Nah, 15 years. So when I was 40. Come on, chill.
Damn, son.
When I was 45, I was dating somebody that was 30. What's that? 45 or 30?
Carry the 1,
30,
divide
yeah.
the 2.
Whatever.
30.
Yeah. That wasn't the number. It was 27. She was actually 27. That's what I'm
So
trying
she
to
was
figure out.
18 years younger than you.
Yeah. So I think
All
20 is the youngest. But it changes. It won't still go under a certain age regardless. It got to be over like 30 for me. No matter how much older I get. Like, gotta have had.
What
30 years
up,
worth of
Ab?
life.
Listen. I'm not buying what he's selling. D is true to BX Big Vibe. Shout out to the Bronx. He was pulling through in the '90s in the skate key, going on hold and getting these young whippersnappers with their skates over their shoulders, and he was.
Yep, I was there. I was there.
I
I
got,
seen
I got,
it.
two, I got
I
two
seen it with my
sisters.
own eyes.
I got two sisters with friends, and I was trying to go upwards more than I was trying to go downward. Hello?
Not what I heard.
The old chick was trying to turn me out, and I was flipping them out.
Talk to me, Ab. What's the oldest you've dated, up or down? And what's the largest age gap you dated? And we talking about Aoki Simmons dating a 65-year-old. Where you at with that, King? Up or down? What's the oldest or youngest you've dated?
I normally go for older women. So the oldest I ever dated was, let's do the math. Yeah, let's do the math. What? Carry the 3. 13 years, my senior.
13 years your senior. Okay.
Yeah, 13 years my senior. But I was never into like younger shorties though, you know what I mean? So
Respect.
yeah, I can't say I've had a relationship with a girl. I haven't had a relationship with a girl younger than me. If I took down a shorty that was younger than me, definitely, but I never had a relationship with any woman that I could say is younger than me. And that's like real. You feel me? It's always been older than me.
I respect that. I think the general consensus is the men are gonna say they dated older because they want to stay out of harm's way, and the women are gonna.
They trying to play it safe. Don't
Right?
play it safe.
And I ain't mad at you.
Jailbait goes
Okay.
both ways. It goes both ways, that jailbait.
Right. Angel, you giving me, you dated right to the margin. You was at 18, you was 35 dating a 21-year-old. And yeah,
Right.
so where were you? Where you at in that, Angel?
Okay, so the oldest I ever dated, Jesus, this is a lot. Woo! I can't do the math, so somebody have to do it for me. He was 34 and I was 17. So yeah.
He
That's
was
like the old,
34 and you was
and I was
17.
17. Yes,
That's
man.
like, come on. Oh, Ab, Mr. Accountant is gone. I think that's like
Yeah.
17 years though.
Yeah, and then the youngest I ever dated, honestly, was only 3 years younger than me. Um, yeah. But I can't do the old man no more.
Well, let's stop right there, right? And have the dialogue. I think more so than anything, women, you guys like dating older men because those that are traditionally your age, they play a lot of games, they do a lot of BS. So you guys are incentivized to date older because there's a certain maturity that comes with a man of a certain age, right? And I don't
Not no
fault you
more.
guys, huh?
Not no more.
Not no more. I don't fault you guys for that because I understand in this climate, or even back then, the climate was the younger men or the men that's closest to your age are playing a lot of games. When I was, all right, I've traditionally dated older women, just Broadway, right? When I was 17, I've dated 27-year-old. No, when I was 16, I dated a 27-year-old, right? That was an amazing experience. She taught me a lot. But prior to that, when I was 15, I dated a 22-year-old. And the 22-year-old taught me things that I was able to carry into my 27-year-old relationship, right? And it got me past a lot got me a lot, right? Because I was taking those experiences and I don't like your hand being on your head like that. It makes me feel some sort of way like I've done something wrong. Like my doctor is, like my therapist is looking at, okay, I'm just gonna continue on. I'm telling you how I feel, and there's some trauma there to that look. Anyway, so I think that old women that's of a certain age, once you get into the bag of dating an older man, there's really nothing that a younger man can present to you because now you're reaching and experiencing a certain type of energy, a certain type of experience that you can't unlearn or unsee. How do you guys feel to that? What up, Landria? I'm gonna get to you in a second.
Hello.
Always, older men have always had their issue. From so it just the person. I would love well when and he has all his ducks in a row, financially set. He may want to kids are a little older. I don't have to worry about baby mama drama. But then you still have some that like to play in the pig pen. Their life is a complete mess. It's shambles.
That's true.
But drive, S class or whatever Benz, they think, watch is glistening, so I must be legit. And then you get to know them, and that's not the case at all. So, it depends on the person because older really doesn't mean wiser. Older means that they still chasing the demons that, that they're trying to run from. So it depends on the person.
Wake that up.
Very interesting and fun fact about Sammy that I learned off the fly randomly. Sammy is a very intriguing person because she don't speak much and she be with the banter and the shits and she be having the fun. But when she jump into her serious bag, Sammy be having some balls and gems to drop us. Shout out to you, Sammy. I like it. I like it a lot. Landria,
She be in all those rooms.
She be in all those rooms?
Yeah, she gotta keep me picking up a lot of information.
Sammy be dating those older men on the low. We'll talk about it later, D.
Only 4 years though, 3 or 4 years, she said.
Allegedly. Landria, what's the oldest, youngest you've dated, and what do you feel the ramifications are of dating older or younger? Landria.
The youngest I've dated is 2 years younger than me, so 34, and the oldest is like 55, but I didn't know he was 55.
How old were you?
That's the $1,000,000 question. I was 24.
Oh, you was 24. Oh, so you was you was Aoki Simmons dating a 65-year. That's relative. That's relative.
But I didn't know, and he wasn't truthful about his age until after the fact.
He learned that from women at a young age.
All right, so here go Landria, with much respect. I'm gonna ask you a hard and difficult question that I normally would not ask you. I save these type of questions for Angel and Lala and the others. But did you learn about his age before or after? Or I guess were you guys intimate is the question.
Yes, and I'm about to trip y'all out how I found out his age. My dad was in the military, and he was in the military with my dad.
That escalated quick.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Did he serve in the same platoon? Hello?
Yes. I happened to be looking at... So my dad's in the Navy, and they were a part of the same helicopter squadron, and I happened to see a picture, and I was like, who is that? And my dad said his last name. I was like, I was done. I was like, I was no more good. I was like, yo, because my dad is 30 years older than me. And I was like, yeah. I was like, no, I can't do this.
Well, Landria, respectfully, do you know who your father? We're just gonna abort that mission. We're gonna go to the next person because that's wild. That's wild. But I respect it. I respect it. I don't think I think a lot of times we date up, we date down, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of men wink wink at Ab and at D that didn't know exactly the age that the woman was saying that they were, and they might have been younger just to get the eyes or catch the eyes or want the attention of someone like an Ab or someone like a D, you know. So there's that. Speaking of age gaps, Jonathan Major, he currently didn't receive any jail time. There was a whole big thing with the video and the girl and him chasing and him running from the girl. Y'all remember that? We talked about it previous pods. But he didn't receive any jail time. Lala, talk to me, tap in. What's happening? Jonathan Majors, what you got for me, sis?
So today he was sentenced to 1 year in-person batterers intervention program, which is going to be in LA where he resides. And he still maintains his innocence. And I believe he was facing up to a year in jail. But I think they were trying to give him like 2 misdemeanor counts of reckless assault. But lack of better words, the victim, she went and did a civil suit, and so that's why the judge decided to go ahead and put him in basically intervention instead of giving him jail time. They said it wasn't necessary.
You sound like you don't believe what you're reading right now. You sound like this is some hogwash bull that this woman is getting away with, and that's crazy. I can see. I can hear it in your voice.
That's what it says. That's what it says. It says that he needs to go to intervention, basically. So it doesn't matter what I think. It's about what the judge said. I have no control over that.
I think my opinion, real quick, is that she knew that he was going to get away with whatever it was due to the evidence presented. And I think that she just felt like, however she felt at that time, she wants him to pay for however she felt. So she was going to drag this through the mud like she's been taught and raised to do. I'm sorry if I offend anyone, but white women tears are real.
Well, Sammy,
what happened?
You know the platform we on. You can say exactly what it is.
Okay.
She probably, because she's of a fairer skin tone, is why you can just say exactly what it is. I feel like you might be dancing around it, and now you're arriving to that conclusion, which I totally respect and agree with you.
Absolutely. I think it's more so of she knew that no one was hearing her. It's like when, when we were younger, those little white girls were very dramatic. Some of them were like over the top, like, okay, sweetie, it's not that serious. But because she knew that there was evidence that what she was doing and that he was it wasn't swinging her way, he must pay somehow because of how she felt. White women tears. So she was gonna drag this continuously.
White women tears. Wow, I never heard of that one. What up? I got my guy Sean up here with us.
What's up?
Brooke, I see you. Brooke, Moti, I'm gonna get to you in a moment. Taj, I know you got a whole lot to say. Queen, I appreciate your patience. Jonathan Major found guilty, but he's not serving any jail time. How you feel about that, King?
Wow, the sister just hit a very significant point. He got to pay for how she feels. Now, she used white girl tears, but I'm going to take out white and say girl tears because we often have to pay for how a girl feels. And that was deep. I didn't even look at it from that standpoint. Wow. But I'm glad he's not paying with jail time, even though he paid with a lot of money a lot of smearing on his image and ability to move forward and get money. So, man.
So, go ahead. Somebody go, because.
So there, okay, so for her chasing him, right? White woman tears, real thing. But there were like text messages and shit that pointed to some wrongdoing on his behalf in the past. So let's not act like he never like he was just like saint of a man to that white woman.
Okay, I'm not. I haven't followed the case, so I don't know. But from what you just said, in the past, why didn't she cry those tears then?
Exactly. You're right.
You know, so it still applies how she felt. Obviously, the first time she didn't feel as bad as this last time.
You're right.
And that lends to the point of to white girls' tears. I'll embrace that terminology as well. But the point is that he's not facing the punishment for the deed. He's facing the punishment because what she felt about the deed.
So listen, a few things. White girl tears, woman tears. Interesting. What you guys both made me think of, and very interesting points are, do we as people neglect the fact that something did happen? To Triz's point, something did happen. There were charges. Just because a person is found guilty or innocent, we can't negate the fact that there was something that happened. Thank you. That there was something that happened that ultimately got them to the point of the charges, right?
Yeah.
So regardless if he's paying for her feelings, there was also a transaction of the two that we saw unfold. And I think sometimes, me, myself included, I come on the platform and I say things, and we also have to acknowledge the fact that regardless if Tory did it or not, there was something that happened that put him in that position. You get what I'm saying? Regardless of if Jonathan Major is guilty or innocent, the fact that she said something, there was something that happened. Now, was he guilty? We don't know. Is he innocent? We don't know. None of us was there. So they go through the due process and have at it. So with that idea and logic at hand, where do you guys stand inside of, do you guys stand with Jonathan or do you guys stand with the justice system? Because in my younger years, I've seen the justice system fail and put people and convict people of things that was wrongfully convicted. They just didn't have enough money or to find or have the right legal team, and things happen. So to that, I say that I give it to Instagram first, and then I come to Clubhouse second.
I don't think the justice system failed in this one. I feel like he was already tried and found guilty in the media anyways, and I feel like this is a proper I don't know exactly what happened, what transcribed or whatever, but I feel like this is, like, he didn't get jail time, so whatever batteries, he is guilty of that, personal opinion. So this is one of those situations where the proper judgment was given.
Okay.
May I say something?
Yep, go for it.
I guess I'm a little conflicted, and the only reason why I say that is because, so the situation involved a cell phone, another, her grabbing his property and then him grabbing his property back. So I feel like both are wrong because I feel like men find it taboo to call the police. In any incident, you have to create a paper trail for yourself. Women, we have been doing this for years. We know to create a paper trail. So if she grabbed his property, no matter what, he should have been calling the police to at least get that documented just in case something happened. Then that would have kind of ruled that out because that would have played in his favor because she had his belongings. Him hurting her, he should have had more restraint. But I feel like the white girl tears or the woman tears or whatever we want to call it and stuff, it was because of the cell phone. Like her feelings were hurt at whatever she saw and she's reacting or countersuing because of that and everything. And I say all this to say that men need to do a better job at protecting themselves because of situations like this. Because at the end of the day, if a man goes and puts his hand on a woman and she calls the police, there's no question he's going to jail. He's going to get locked up. There'll be a trial and everything. But if a woman puts her hand on a man, the likelihood of a man calling because they don't want to look like a sucker, calling the police on a woman is less likely. And it needs to stop being less likely because women put their hands on men all the time.
Wake that up.
Wow.
Let that breathe, Sean. Let that breathe. Wow. Go ahead. Go for it, beloved.
Man, I'm a little biased, so I can't really answer because I don't know the case. First off, I'm just listening to what they're sharing with me. And my bias comes from the fact that justice isn't always served by the justice system, as you described earlier. And I've seen it, been victim of it, and it continues, is why I'm a little biased. To her point, yeah, it can be the ego that you think it is of a man, but a lot of times the lack of justice that comes from the quote unquote laws, we become a victim, for example, and we've seen it a lot of times. Let's leave genders out of it. When we call the police and the police suspect us of something when they arrive, and then all of a sudden we are guilty of something when we called them. These are other experiences that we have had in this quote unquote justice system. So it lends me to have a prejudice and a bias against people who abuse their authority is what I identified as. And that's what the girl tears are, as well as what police officers do at times is they abuse their authority and they lie to abuse their authority. And so we don't really feel safe with calling them. It's not always a matter of ego or pride of not wanting to call the police. The reason why we don't like calling the police is because we usually fall victim to that call, whether we're in the right or whether we're in the wrong. We
Wake that up.
He makes a great argument. He makes a great argument. It's not all the time that we don't call the police because we know we're going to end up on the short end of that stick. Great point, Sean. Great point.
Yeah, because think about it. Those girl tears we talking about, she put on a floodgate. We're guilty until proven innocent. The police coming at us.
Yeah. Yeah. Moment of pensive thinking. Hey, Brooke, how you feeling, Queen? Brooke, you with us?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm working, so I'm just listening right now.
Okay. I'll circle the block because we talking about Jonathan Major, the disparaging lopsidedness of everybody. Mute up. Thank you. So we're hearing the disparaging lopsidedness of being a man, calling the police, creating that paper trail. Everything Laundry is saying is right. We know that is right? I don't think Sean is saying you're wrong. What I think he's saying is there's a reason why as to why we don't call them, because instinctively, you guys, when it comes to the law and the court judicial system, the law more so favors the women because of how it identifies you guys. Now, I think you guys should always be identified as such. But just like police that you ladies know of, just because you are a part of the law enforcement don't mean you're not gonna tell a lie to protect your best interests. And that's the same exact thing as to why men don't like going through the judicial system, because of that reason there. If it's me versus you, if I'm a woman and I did something to you, I'm going to lie in certain instances to protect my interests. I think that's a universal thing. Would you guys concur?
Yes.
Right?
I'm a church God-fearing man, so I don't lie.
Tris, do something with him, please, Tris. Tris, please do something with him. Get him.
Hold on, that's your friend.
Say it again,
I'm not
Tris.
claiming him today. That's your friend. I'm not claiming him today.
I don't know him. I just met him.
Yeah.
I just met him. But let's move the conversation along.
Please.
Ladies. Oh my God. Oh my God. Let me see if I have a video or something that makes this all make sense. Because there's things that's going on in the world. And I want to play a video. Clubhouse is going to get a little dreary. You want to hear it the way it's meant to be heard. Clubhouse, go to the Instagram. Lala, find the link and pin it to the top on YouTube, please. Thank you, Lala. So I have a question for you guys.
In the group.
Nope. I have a question for you guys, and I'm going to play a video. And I want to get you guys' honest opinion and feedback by way of it, while Lala gets the link for YouTube and pins it to the top on Clubhouse. I normally like to formulate this by an example first. Triz.
Yeah.
Let me stop this. Okay, cool. You have girlfriends?
Yeah.
You ever had a roommate, a female roommate?
No, but I can play along. Yeah.
Okay, cool. You are a very, in certain regards, and I mean this in the most respectful way, you know how to accentuate your positives, right? When you going out, hey.
Okay.
You know how to accentuate your positives, right?
Yeah.
I think most women do, right? Most women know how to accentuate.
Define most women, please. But go ahead.
Know how to accentuate their positives, their breasts, their eyes, their lips, their ass,
features. Accentuate their features.
Yes.
The features.
Yes. Right?
Okay.
And Sammy the same as Shantae. Shout out to Shantae. Angel. Angel be giving a lot of accentuating when you see Angel in real life. Thank you, La. But there are moments that while you're with your significant other and you might have a girlfriend or two, I'll pause there and I'll insert clip at this moment. Live on Broadway podcast. Y'all know what we do. Like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all watching us on YouTube viewership. Make sure y'all hit the button and like, comment, and subscribe. Show your social support. Live on Broadway podcast. Let's go.
Ready? You're looking kind of cute over there.
Thank you.
All
So
right,
are you?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Dear Stan and T-Bomb, my husband and I do a lot of trips and social events with other couples friends. There are two of the females in the group who wear thong bathing suits, coochie cutting bathing suits, see-through clothing, and just all sorts of freak body seductive things that I feel are very inappropriate to wear around other people's husbands and boyfriends. My husband would never ever be okay with me wearing a thong bathing suit or having my nipples showing or revealing my coochie when other men are around. My husband is so damn crazy that he probably doesn't even want me wearing a bathing suit at all around other men, but I don't allow him to have that much control over me. I just have enough sense to be respectful around other men. I don't want men drooling over me when my husband is present because it's disrespectful. I want to approach these wives and tell them, but my husband told me to mind my business. He said if their men let them wear that stuff and they are okay with it, then leave them alone. How do y'all feel about this? One of the wives went topless during our last trip to DR with the group, and I just don't understand how or why this is okay. One of the husbands said, well, my wife has the body to flaunt it, so I let her flaunt it, and I'm secure. I like other men to stare at her because she's mine, and they can't have her. All they can do is look and imagine. I'm ready to find a new crew of couples to travel with, but my husband doesn't want to break the bond that we have with our friends.
This is going to be interesting.
This is interesting.
For me personally, you want to go first or you want me to go?
I'll go first. I don't want them to go first. I thought it was a very interesting topic. You're dating a woman who, you're dating, or whomever's going to go first, guys, I'll put it out there. You're dating a woman. She's voluptuous. Top, bottom, nails, hair, whatever she likes to wear.
Mm-hmm.
Is she wrong for, respectfully, D, is she wrong for wearing certain attire around you? Do you feel like your girl, your lady, your significant other is out of pocket, her friend is out of pocket for wearing certain things? I give the platform to you first, D, then we'll go to Triz. Then we'll go to Clubhouse.
First of all, I wouldn't be able to marry her because her damn voice is mad annoying. That's first of all. Let's just get that out the way, right? Now,
she was just reading. It wasn't her.
She can't narrate. All right. So if you don't have confidence, just say that. That's what I get from that. Like, how are you gonna police how other women are dressing around your man as if? This is what I don't like about what women do. Women be acting like just because you're around women that are sexual or sexy that you're gonna automatically have sex with them. Like, it's just gonna just happen. It don't work like that. Like, you gotta like me, I gotta like them, and then I gotta not have respect for you because you're my woman. It's a whole lot of things that happen first. So I feel like worried about. I mean, look down, look at the floor. I don't know. I'm looking. The woman I'm gonna be with, I'm looking, bro. Because guess what? I'm.
So wait, you're looking at your girlfriend's friend if she's wearing something salacious?
I'm not looking at her like to like her, but I'm not gonna look at the floor. I'm just gonna be like, that's what she got on, because I got self-control. I got great self-control actually. But I'm respectful like that. If your lady was walking around and she got on something nice, fit and revealing, I'm not, every time she walk by, I'm not gonna. I know that's your woman, so she's off limits. That's just how I move though. I'll look away, like I won't make eye contact like Medusa.
Triz, hold that thought. Triz, I'm coming to you last on Instagram. I want to hear from the fellas. Sean, talk to me.
I mean, you just gotta have trust. Whatever that boundary is designed around that trust is what's important. If, like that man says, he enjoys it and he trusts his woman, it's fine. If he doesn't enjoy it, he trusts his woman and he asks his woman not to do it, then she should consider what he's asking, and that's fine too. But the point is that they got to have trust and enough respect to consider each other in a relationship. If you are by yourself and she's doing it for herself because she want to look good and she want the attention, she's thirsty and she needs to reevaluate her value system. But if she's doing it out of the encouragement of her man saying, hey baby, you beautiful and you have that body and I want you to be able to confidently flaunt it wherever it is you go, especially when I'm with you, because I'm going to protect you. And if I'm not with you, still feel protected because that's what I enjoy about you, and you shouldn't have to hide it for anyone. To each his own. I think that last scenario I said is a bit dangerous when you're not around because now she can't control whatever it is that she might put herself in the issue. Women always take the stance of women take the stance of, well, nobody should be able to touch me just because they what I'm wearing. True. But the truth is also that people touch you with what you're wearing, whether you like it or not. Those who violate, that usually is part of what encouraged the violation. And a lot of times because you don't want to accept that because you want to do what you want to do, it's called discipline and discretion.
Come on now.
So that's my take on it.
Okay. With that said, all the other men, shut up.
Can I just say the one thing to the last part?
No, shut up. No, say nothing.
Okay.
It's the women's turn, and I want us to listen, to understand, and receive what they have to say. We're gonna start with Triz, and then we're gonna go to Clubhouse. Triz, it's all on you.
I feel like there was so many things in that thing, and I don't really remember because my memory's terrible. All right, so she needs to mind her business about the ladies that are scantily clad around her husband. Her husband needs to be more secure. She also is kind of feeling away because her husband won't let her dress like that herself, right? And he wants to continue and stay in the friend group because he gets to look at tits and ass. That's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like to me. And regardless of what anybody is ever wearing, unless it is invited, ain't nobody should be touching or thinking about touching anyone. That's like saying that someone was dressed a certain way, so she deserved it.
Time out. Triz, before you pull the camera back, we want to see your beautiful face and your eyes.
I thought, I see my face and my eyes. I see everything. Because I'm in that top one with the live on my face.
Yes, you got a whole live on your mouth. It looks like it's being censored. Just pull it back. There you go. There you go, Queen.
Is that better?
That's a lot better. There you go. Continue on.
I just feel like I have dressed provocatively since probably high school, and I come from like a Jamaican household where it was like, oh, you're gonna go outside like that, they're gonna do this and that to you. No, they're not, because that's not the crowd that I'm around, and how I present myself is how I want to, and that's no one else's business. And this just sounds like what the last guy said. People need to be insecure in who they are and have trust in their relationships. And everybody's relationship doesn't have to be the same as far as how you want to dress or how you are comfortable with your wife dressing.
Wake that up.
I have a family member who her husband likes for her to have her tits out. They will go to the nude beach and have the best time. We were in Jamaica, tits was out. Family was there. Her tits was out. Her husband was there. That's them. That's their relationship. Everybody else minded their business. Mom, dad minded their business. Because that's their life and how they choose to live it.
Yeah.
It's not all cookie cutter. Oh, my wife shouldn't be dressing like that. If you want her to dress like that, it's fine. Do you. Do y'all.
Wow. That makes me think, before I move to Clubhouse, that makes me think that going back to what you said about he wants to keep that because he wants to keep on looking, right? It also makes me think that she feels some sort of way because you ain't got it to flaunt it. If you got it, you would flaunt it. It's easy to say when Colin Kaepernick kneels and people say they're gonna boycott the NFL. It's one thing if you was an active sports watcher and you watch the game all the time versus I don't watch football anyway, so I can say whatever I want to say if that doesn't necessarily apply to me and I'm not a sports junkie. If you have it and you like to look sexy and you like your man looking at you, then you probably will have that perspective of wearing what you want to wear because you know you got and getting the attention of your man. But if you don't have it and you up here looking like 600-pound wife, 600-pound life, right? Of course you might come from the perspective of don't wear this around my man because he's gonna look at you and I don't want my man looking at nobody but me. Bitch, you fat. Let's just wake it up. Hello? Bitch, you fat. Nobody wants to look at you. Go find a man that's fat with you and go be with that man. Right? Go be with that man. But if you sexy and you know you working hard for it in the gym and you looking sexy as fuck, why wouldn't you want to show it? Why wouldn't you want to tantalize your man with and seduce him for what's gonna happen later on in the evening? Hello?
Hold on. Can I just add, there are bigger women that are also comfortable in their body and are also comfortable showing their bodies as well. So
yes, they are, but they shouldn't show their body. Hello? Hello?
Come on.
Hello?
Well, what's interesting?
Wait. One mic on Broadway. Lizzo was out of pocket for doing what she did. I don't care how forced secure she was at that NFL, at that NBA game. She was out of pocket. She shouldn't have did it because there's other people around. So if you want to feel a sense of security, that's cool if your man is checking for you and he likes that. But you know what? Let me be quiet because y'all ain't gonna cancel Broadway. There's some women that are of larger size that do it and know how to do it well. I'm not regarding them. I'm regarding the Lizzos who know you're out of pocket. You know you look bad, but you give a false sense of confidence until somebody pulls your coat and say something, and now you want to talk about you're the victim. Anyway, Clubhouse, tap in with me real quick. We got Lala, we got Lundria, we got Sammy, we got Taj, we got Shantae. Please, go off, sis. Take your time, but hurry up.
Nobody wants to talk to you right now, Broadway.
Maybe that's the case.
So I think that I agree with Triz. I agree with you. I just feel like if you got to flaunt it, like I feel like as a single person, I shouldn't have to cover up to make everybody else feel comfortable. If you're already in your relationship, that's your relationship. And the fact that you're worried about what I'm wearing, that lets me know that there may be some problems in your relationship if you worry about your man checking on me. And that's how I look at it.
Absolutely.
I don't know. I look at it like the girls that I have or the women that I hang out with collaboratively with their significant others. Those are like my sisters. So if I wouldn't dress like that or be like that, around my sister's husband or significant other or whatever, I'm just not going to do it. So I would expect the same. I've never run into that issue before. Like even, bathing suit or, just being, I've just never run into that. I think, I don't want to say conservative. Maybe, I don't know, maybe the girlfriends that I have are a little bit more conservative. So I've just never run into that issue. But I think for me, if I know I'm going somewhere with my friends and their significant other and we're going to be in a bathing suit setting, I'm just gonna keep it cute. So that's just where I land with that.
Keep it 100. Are your friends fat?
No. Listen, I'm over 6 feet tall.
Could your friends stand to lose 50 pounds?
Probably, I don't know.
Are your friends?
I'm over 6 feet tall.
Hello?
You see my picture. I'm over 6 feet tall.
No,
I'm a stallion,
but
so.
you're an exception. You're not the rule, right? A lot of time you ladies be blowing my mind because y'all be being nice about your friends, but your friends, you know they fat. You know they out of pocket. You know that they every day before they go to sleep, when they wake up, they watch 600-pound wives to justify their intake. You know they out of pocket. They haven't worked out since working out been worked out. Hello? What's happening right now? I'm confused.
I'm tired.
I'm confused. Sammy, somebody, Tasha, please, please, somebody, a woman talk. Just a woman, please.
Broadway, you being so fucking toxic. I don't even know what to say about you right now. But no, women, look, feel confident in yourself. You know, my mom was a big woman and she struggled with her weight all her life and she ate like a bird. So, you know, like having weight on isn't always tied to food. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's just sometimes that is what it is. And to me, I think that there's some people that look better with a little weight on, like Star Jones. She didn't look good when she lost all that weight. She looked fucking weird. So did what's his name? Off of the morning show. So there's some people that need that weight on.
You're lying.
You cannot
You're
sit
lying.
down and
You're
just-
fucking lying. Nobody looks good with weight on them. You're fucking lying. The only reason that we're saying that they look good is because we're trying to play up what they look like. They're lying. You're lying to the broadcast. You're lying to yourself. You're lying to everybody on the platform. You're a liar.
You can call me whatever
You are a liar.
You call me whatever you want, but that's facts. Like I've seen some people who've lost weight and they look fucking weird with the weight loss. Like
the only reason Star Jones, Taj, the only reason you're saying Star Jones look good with the weight is because that's how you was introduced to her. So you are familiar with her looking like a certain way because she has weight. Nas, can we mute her? Nas, can somebody mute Taja? Hello.
Alien, brother. She needed those cheeks. She needed that little extra something to make her look fill the fuck out. Otherwise, she looked so hungry, it was scary looking. Like this, God made you how he made you. Accept yourself how he gonna make you. Now, is there an appropriate way to get dressed? Yes. I don't think that I should be seeing any bitches anything. I don't think that a woman should be outside with none of her wares outside unless she's selling them bitches. Cause the only time I got my titties out, my vagina out, or my ass out is if I'm looking for a fucking man. Please, when women tell me, oh, I wear that shit because I'm comfortable and all that, no, you're chafing your crotch. You're giving yourself yeast infections with these shorts that are grazing against your vagina to the point where you can't even sit down. Don't tell me you're doing this shit because you're comfortable. That part right there, I'm definitely not for that. But as far as weight, there's people that cannot control their weight. I was big at one point. I'm small now. My mother was big for years. She always felt uncomfortable about herself, but one of the flyest motherfuckers you ever meet in your life. She was big, but goddamn, she knew how to dress. So it's your appropriateness. Your side does not dictate who you are, because there's some skinny bitches that should jump off of buildings right now because their heart is so fucking disgusting. But then there's big chicks out there who will give you that love that you need and cherish. And just because they have size on, that doesn't take away from their beauty. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't agree with that shit at all there, bro.
Okay,
That one I'm not gonna do.
Hold on, Taj. Hold on. Taj, I love you.
And a lot of niggas, a lot of these dudes want big chicks anyway. You just moving off the fucking surface. Because you know that pushing and that cushion and that shit is way nicer than what that bony ass shit. Now that I'm skinny, I'm all stressed out because my fucking knees stay knocking all the goddamn time. Like, y'all need to stop that shit. Do not knock no woman with weight on. Don't do that.
I love you, and that's peace.
That's cap. That's cap. That's cap. Stop. That's cap. Stop. That's cap.
I love you, but we can't, you know what I'm saying? we can't say that because anytime I hear people talk about somebody is big because they eating, I'm like, that's a fucking lie because my mother was a big woman.
You're going
and she
off the
ate like a
reservation.
bird.
Taj, you're going off the
No, you can't be
reservation.
talking about fat people like that and acting like that shit's okay, my nigga. It's not okay. It's not okay. Most women are size 14 and up. The reality of women
And that's
being
a
skinny and all that
problem.
shit is
In
fucking fake.
the United
That's not
States of
true. In the
America,
United
most
States
of the
In the
only.
country
United
is
States of America,
obese.
there's more fat bitches than on the rest of the fucking
Right.
planet. What are you talking
Right.
about? Stop
You're
that.
right. You're right. And you're making my point that you're wrong. Most of the country is obese and they're fat. They're fat. Let's just call it exactly what it is.
Well, I mean, if you go to
fat.
Germany, if you go to certain things, but
They're
it's just the way you guys eat.
Let's just call it what it is. The issue becomes is you guys, the skinny bitches, gaslight the women that are of a certain size to make them feel good, and you guys are the reason why they're fat. And they're in denial because you guys make it a platform for them to feel comfortable about fucking being fat. What are we talking about here? Hello?
Babe, there is some people that they cannot help that weight. And there is some people who have weight on that's healthier than the skinny chick running around. You cannot make
Taja,
such
I don't
a
want to
broad
talk to you no more,
statement and be
Taja.
so
I'm
ignorant
tired
like
and
that,
I want
babe.
to move the conversation along. Hello, Laundria, Shantae, Angel,
why I
can
didn't come off
anybody
my
else
mic
talk?
all show.
Taja, we'll talk on the phone later. I'm through with you, Taja.
Yo, bro, wait.
Yo, I am so normally down with your bullshit, but I can't go with that one because if
She's
a
still
motherfucker's
talking.
fat,
Then
then
we have
they
a
fat,
conversation about
whatever.
why is she still talking. Let me leave Taja alone. I love you, Taja. Just pulling your strings. Shantae, hello.
Yes.
What's
Yes,
going
I'm
on?
here.
Trish said, what's going on?
What's popping? All right, let me stop being a
All right,
bird.
go ahead.
And I'm
Go
gonna
for
answer
it.
your
Go for it.
question. So I'm a former thick bitch, and my thighs used to rub, but now they don't. And I'm gonna say one thing: whenever I wore what I wore, I felt comfortable in it, and I've always tried to keep it to a certain point. So I'm the type: if I'm showing my legs, I will cover my breasts, and if I'm showing my breasts, I will cover my legs. So that's the way I've been able to, sexualize it, but not too much and too enticing. And of course, I'm a mother, so I gotta have respect for myself. But as far as big girls, I have nothing against big girls. I got this big old ass, even though I'm a skinny bitch. I still got a nice fatty back there, and I got it from my grandmama, and she sure hell was a big girl. But ain't nothing wrong with it. But I get what you're saying too. I think that if a person is comfortable, yes, they should be comfortable, but in their fucking house, we shouldn't have to see it. And I'm landing there.
Fatty with a fatty.
Stop. Everybody stop. Everybody stop. We are tired of you being out here in the world, and I'm speaking to women, of you guys yielding concessions to your girlfriends and telling them they look okay. They don't. She shouldn't have on those kitten heels. Never. It looks bad. But you protect her and the friendship that you have with her because you want to salvage a greater portion of the relationship because she's a dope person. But it's not healthy. Stop protecting, and men too. We keep that same energy. It's just that we're more so black and white and cut to the point in the bottom line that nigga, you don't look good. We joke. We keep that same energy. Why are you ladies out? You know what? We're going off the reservation. Do you want, or are you okay with your girlfriends dressing provocative in front of your men? Let's bring it back full circle. Laundria. Got me damn stressing up here. Go ahead, Laundria.
Todd that. I don't care. I really don't care. The only reason why I say that is because
You dressing any type of way, it's not gonna keep a man or anything. If he's gonna leave, he's gonna leave, and I'm not gonna chase him. So dress how you want to dress. I do not care. I was just speaking about me. I'm not going to dress any type of way. So that's just me.
Okay, can we get it
But
from
wait, can I ask a question?
No.
I'm sorry.
Oh, who that? Laundry? Oh, I thought that was Taja. I'm sorry.
That was me. I'm sorry. But who is lying to their friends, Broadway? We are too old. I'm if
Yo.
it don't look good on my friends, it don't look good. I'm just being 100%. We are too old. I have been sick. I've had thyroid cancer. I have had issues with my health. I am too old in life to be talking about, oh, you look good and you don't look good. If I look nice, I am going to want the people around me to look nice too. So if you don't look nice, I'm going to tell you you don't look nice. It'll be in the most presentable manner, but I'm gonna tell you, yeah, that we try something else. Let's try something else on. If we need to lose weight, I'm going to encourage my friend to lose. We're gonna go walk. Go walk. Let's join a program. Let's do something. There's ways to tell people things without being, negative about it. But I'm not gonna sit up here and lie to my friends. Who is lying to their friends these days?
A whole lot of people.
Whole lot of people.
A whole lot of
I ain't got
people.
time.
Hold on. Triz, tapping Triz.
We may not have that issue with our friends, but we know that when we see people outside looking crazy, it's a set of friends with that girl, with that dress, with whatever don't look right. Of course, we're gonna mind our business, but we see them out there with the little tilted heels. They walking to the side, crooked, damn near falling over because their heels is shifted this way, and it's just too much. There's a friend with them that didn't say nothing.
That's Tasha.
So.
My thing is this, right? My thing is this.
Not too much on Tasha.
Not too much on Taj. My thing is ultimately this. If how Trish just highlighted, there's a group of girls that's trying to get into wherever they going. Her girlfriend look crazy. She's wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble. In the heels that she knows she's not supposed to be wearing. But you also know you got a friend that looks just like her. You know that. But you don't keep that same energy with your friend as you would with the stranger. But not too much on that. Angel, do you have anything to say? Shantae's, Sammy, no, Shantae already spoke. Angel, Sammy, you have anything to say?
About what, the wearing of the outfits around my man?
Yes.
So I feel twofold about that.
Pick a side.
It's okay. I'm gonna pick a side. All right. So I had a personal my mom did. My mom had one of these friends, air quotes, that was walking around, in a certain manner, and then left with my father. So I definitively feel a way about how women come around my man, not because of him, because I'm not gonna be with somebody that I can't trust, but with her, just knowing if you're gonna come around my man a certain way, dressed a certain way, your marital status, whatever. There's a lot of things that come into play, but for me, I just feel it's disrespectful, and I may not. If it's an acquaintance, I'm just gonna let it go because it's somebody we never see again. But if it's a friend, I'm gonna have a conversation first, and then the second time she does it, then she gotta go.
Okay.
My cousin once said that she didn't even trust her sister around her man. Like, she wouldn't leave her sister in the same house with her man alone. That was crazy to me. Okay, bye.
That is crazy. That's certainly crazy.
Well, there's reasons for it. If you don't trust somebody, it's either insecurity or they've done something that's provocative, that might be against moral compasses.
But that has to be. Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
I was going to say, either way, they don't trust that person. And we can have a discussion on why. But the point being, like I said earlier, when you say it's okay to be provocative, the word provocative in itself is kind of like it's saying it's okay to be lawless. Okay, you're right. You can do it. But it poses dangers and consequences that can come with doing it. Make your choice. Go ahead, do it. But if a consequence comes, don't lean on, oh, you ain't supposed to do that. You knew it was provocative. You knew what could happen, but you chose to do what was risky. And consequences often come with risk. Now, they could be great consequences and rewarding consequences, or they can be horrible. But consequences come with risk.
I agree with that. Sammy, do you have anything to say before we move the conversation along, Queen?
Like every respect each other, and she might need a new group of friends, in my opinion.
Got it. I'm gonna play a clip. Clubhouse, y'all know what to do. I'm gonna play this clip, and hey, be quiet. All right, cool. Let's play this clip. Let's talk about it. Simply put, hold on 1 second. Make sure they can hear me okay. All right, cool. Before I play the clip, I'm gonna simply ask you guys a question because I think that Triz, how many siblings you have?
I have 4 brothers.
4 brothers. Okay, cool. D, how about you?
2 sisters.
2 sisters. Okay. Sean, you have any siblings, beloved?
3 brothers.
3 brothers. Okay. La, how many siblings you have, Queen?
6.
Damn. I mean, that's God bless you.
I didn't do it. My parents did.
Sammy, you have any siblings? She's probably trying to. Huh?
6. I have 6.
You have 6. Benny, you have any siblings, Queen?
2 younger brothers.
2 younger brothers. Okay. Just so the general consensus here that the most people that's on the platform right now, they have siblings, right? I'm gonna ask a question, then I'm gonna go around and get the same type of consensus to understand what we dealing with that's in the actual room, right? What's more important to you, Benoit? The siblings that you have or the family you create?
The siblings I have.
I'm sorry, Queen, say it again, your mic.
The siblings I have.
The siblings you have. Okay, cool. Sammy, the same question.
The family.
I think she said within.
No, the family that I create.
Oh, the family that she made. Okay. La, the same question.
Family that I made.
The family that you made. Triz?
Same for me, family that I created.
Okay, Shantae?
Same as others.
The family that she made, that's what she said?
Yeah, I agree with the other ladies.
Okay, cool. And I'll take a shot on Sean. What's more important, the family that you made or the family that you have?
The family that I made?
You
family
said,
that I made.
Oh, the family that you made.
Married.
All right, cool. You guys want to hear it the way it's meant to be heard? Go to YouTube. If you're on Clubhouse, I'm gonna play this clip and get you guys' opinion. Live on Broadway podcast. Y'all know what we do. You now listening to Live on Broadway podcast.
Number 1, the family that you came from does not come before the family that you have chose to create. Okay? The family that I came from can take care of themselves. But the family that I created, I owe everything to because I chose to do this shit. You dig? And if you feel any other way, my mom comes first, Pop comes first, Abuela comes first, go neuter that fucking cooter. You don't owe that family anything at all. This is now my family and y'all are relatives. It's no static. But ultimately, this is mine, and I owe everything to this. If you feel like you owe your relatives anything, or they're entitled to, I'ma pray for you. Let's argue.
I'ma pray for you. Live on Broadway podcast. Make sure you guys are hitting that link. Make sure you guys are hitting that link, hitting that like button. Please show your social currency. We're going to have a conversation. The question is simply, should the family you were born with and come before the family that you created yourself, right? I think this is a great topic because we're talking about relationships, right? We're talking about those that we sought after and those that we built great relationships with and we developed families with, children, or maybe you don't have children. It still applies, right? You have dope female friends, dope male friends, cousins, or people that you ran into. You was working with corporations and you went corporate and you was working with these entities and you built and have dope relationships with. Should they come before your actual family that you was born into? Now, before I give it to the platform, I already know how this is gonna go. I can foresee some people that don't have children say they family. I can also see the reverse where people that created a family that have children or that have a husband place them before their actual family that they was born into. But I trouble you guys with the task of answering from a perspective of the opposite from the one that you currently reside in. Live on Broadway podcast. Let's go to Clubhouse first. I'll come to Instagram in a second. La, let's begin with you, Queen.
Yeah. So I want to say, obviously, my children are going to come before everyone. But I also created a family amongst my friends. And in certain aspects, they come first too in our park.
Okay, I respect that. There's no right or wrong answer here, guys. I'm not gonna attack you. Well, not too much on that. I'll get back to that. Sammy, how you feel? She's struggling in her big Louis purse for her. She's struggling in her big Louis purse for her microphone. Sammy, we're listening.
I've watched it both sides. I think what happens is sometimes people are conflicted with the loyalty and the respect that they have with the family from which they were born to the family in which they created. I watched my dad struggle. He's still struggling with it, where, you know, certain things he'll do for his nieces and nephews won't do for. So, I mean, it's a lot of like conflicting things that can go inside, because on one side, you're loyal to the family that you were born into, especially the Caribbean household. They tend to put their family that they were born into ahead of their family that they have created, and that causes resentment, and it causes all kinds of issues as to where what was the purpose of creating your own. You can't set proper boundaries. So I think when we get older, we do have to choose who comes president over who, so that we don't have any type of conflict and type of resentment from either side. No one's looking at each other crazy. And that's where who is a leader has boundaries as well. So for me, as I'm older with my two children, they come first. Like, for example, my mom turned 60. She didn't want, you know, what she wanted to do. She knew she wanted to travel. Her birthday's in October, but in July, there was this big cruise that was going on that my aunt was planning. So, of course, all this, like, hey, let's all pitch together and let's send mommy on the cruise. I respectfully declined. I said, I do not have the funds at the moment to send mommy on the cruise, but if the other 5 of you want to pitch in and send her, then that's fine. And I could care less who had anything about it. My kids and household come first. So it's always it's a touchy subject, but for me, I choose my family that I have already created.
Thank you for that, Sammy. I appreciate that. Laundry, I already know what you're gonna say, but I want you to answer the question from the opposite perspective of the one that you would currently answer from.
Why you do that to me?
Hello?
Hello? Why you do that to me? I can't answer it from the listen. I love my brothers and sisters,
No,
but
no.
my kids are my everything.
Answer from your truest perspective. I'm just pulling your leg.
Okay, yeah, my babies. Listen, you hear my babies all the time. Every time I'm on this podcast with you guys, my babies come first before everything. Like, if they don't, if their world isn't right, then the world is not right.
Yes. Yes, I love it. I love it. Short, concise, to the point. I'm here for it. Tay Rock, talk to me, Queen.
So the fact of the matter is, I was basically raised as an only child because my brother is 13 years my senior, and then my baby sister is basically 17 years younger than me. So when I had my first child, I made it my mission to build a bond and a closeness so that my kids could come to me for anything, and I carried it on with my daughter. I love my mother, I love my father, aunts, uncles, cousins, but when it comes to my peace and making sure that everything is correct between my children, I always make sure that that's prevalent for them first. And then whatever resources I have left goes to them. But always going to choose the children I created over them. That's just where I'm coming with it.
Again, there's no right or wrong answer here. I love it and I respect it all the same. Angel, what up, Queen?
Hey. I'm like deeply attached to my family, so but I think evenly I love the family I created as well. I could say evenly because if I call them family, then they have that stature all across the board. So I don't know. I'm blessed. I think I have a great combination of both. So I'm gonna say both.
It's a safe answer and I respect it. Benoit, what about you, Queen? What comes first?
So I live by the mantra of loyalty is demonstrated. So I reconfigure how I position someone in my life, my allegiance to that person, based off of how they express their loyalty to me. And that's friend or blood relative. So if you have expressed loyalty to me up until a certain point and you switch up, then I have to reconfigure how I position you in my life. And that's friend or family member. So when you asked me the question initially, I said family because my immediate family thus far, I'm talking about my parents and siblings, haven't expressed anything so far to make me feel as if these people do not have my best interest at heart. And that's why I put them first. I don't have any children, so I can't speak on that position. But I also have friends who've also demonstrated loyalty to me from the day that I met them 20 years later. Now, I've also had people in my life who have demonstrated loyalty to me up until a certain point. And when I recognized that they did something that I know I would never do to them, I had to reconfigure how I positioned them in my life. Now, we can still be cool, but you'll never have the same access to me that you had prior to the transgression.
Wow.
So again, loyalty is demonstrated in my world. Thank you.
I was looking for a way better and more impactful drop. Oh, I found it. I hate asking Benoit these type of questions because she's gonna smoke it 10 out of 10. I swear to God. I swear to God, this is what she does. Before I give it to Instagram, so here's where I stand with it, right? I honestly believe that it's a coin toss right? It's whoever is my family, my birth family is important to me, right? Because we've been through things, they've seen me through every era, right? As well as the one that I've created, my friends and family, right? I've found you. I've made Triz my friend, right? I can talk to her. She can talk to me. The same thing with D. I've found you, so I place a lot of stock in inventory and the place of I trust me. So if you're my friend, if you're my close, if there's a certain amount of closeness, I put you here. So I trust you because I put you here. Now, with family, that's by default. Family mess you over a lot of times, and they do it, in my opinion, because they're family. They get the chance to go back over and do over, right? It's like what well, I'm not going to get spiritual with you guys and do that. But what I will say is so what I will say is whomever is at need first, that's who takes precedence first. So if my sister needs something, then she's gonna take precedence over whatever it is I have going on in my personal family, because it's very few and far in between that they both need at the same exact time. But in the rare occasion that they do both need at the same exact time, the people, I love my siblings, but my world that I created will X them out slightly because I chose to have these people in my life, right? Going back to what I just said, my family will be more so understanding than the people that I placed in my life because you're my family. So I guess, it can go either way depending on which day of the week that it is. Let's go to D first. D, tap in with me, King.
I was hoping you never asked. So yeah, I choose. I never got a chance to ask the first question, so I choose the family that I created because I have a son that I created. However, there's a twist to it because I'm a little bit like what you said. My two sisters rarely ever call me on something that they need. I think all three of us put ourselves in a situation where we self-sufficient. So I've never been put in a position where if Tracy calls me, I got to do something for Tracy and not help my sister. The way that I am, I normally be trying to help everybody. That's if I ever had a downfall, I'd be trying to figure out how I could get this person. Oh, you need a ride home? Oh, you going to Brooklyn? Oh, boom. I be doing stuff like that, like all the time. My brain be trying to produce the best outcome for everybody, and not always myself included. So I would definitely say, like y'all said, the family that I chose for that reason too. And I noticed something, and I just because we've been doing good today, y'all. But I'm gonna just do a little alley drop. She taught me that and my man Hector always used to say this. Yo, forget about your day ones. Everybody with my day ones. It's the day two people. Because at this stage of our life, we a little bit more mature to understand our boundaries and all that. Before, when we were younger, we just took who we can. I don't hang out with my guys that I grew up with. One's in Virginia, one is in DC, whatever. That's still my peoples. But you guys that I speak to for like the last 3 years, every day, clubhouse, events and all that, I have a closer bond. So I would say that after losing Ali, I realized like how it affected me was like it's way different than if I'd have lost somebody from back in the days. And I just lost two people, not that I was close with, but within the same week. And just the effects is just different because of the closeness. So I would say that the family that I create, because I'm a producer and I'm always putting people together and trying to create this island of DWI where everybody's great and we can just live great peacefully and no drama. And that's my world. So I definitely And I don't really get rid of people either. I'm just going to say that too. People will move around or whatever, but my side, my door is always open unless you do some super violation, which is only like probably 2 people in my whole life that did something that warrants them not being able to come back through the door. And yeah, so that's that.
Wow. No, I respect it. I respect it. Perspective respected. I think too, D, I'm just happy to hear that though, right? Because I think a lot of times we close doors, bridges are burned, and we stand strong and wrong and thinking that how you feel right now is gonna be an forever thing, and it doesn't have to be a forever thing. So shout out to you, D. Make sure you guys hit the like button. If you're listening on Clubhouse, scroll up to the top, hit that link and hit that like button. You're watching us on YouTube, make sure you guys hit the like button. Leave your commentary. We love to hear it so we can engage with it after the pod. Shout out to my YouTube viewership. Shout out to Tarika. Shout out to Lolo. Y'all know what's happening with us on this side. Triz, what it do, shorty? How you feel? What should come first? The family that you were born into or the family you created yourself?
I'm going the family that I created myself. I'm going with whoever brings me peace. Because I have come to a point in life where I have to prioritize that. The young lady in the video, right? She sounds like she was coming from a real place of family trauma. Like she got some real family trauma going on. Because she talking about fuck them and they don't matter. There's some shit going on with her and her family. I too have some family trauma where you have to say, like, my friends, I can call before I can call my family. It's like National Sibling Day coming up a few days from now or some shit, right? I know this shit doesn't work. But I'm like, damn, I don't even have a picture with my brothers. I don't have a picture with my brothers. And I know I could call D. I know I could call so many friends before I call anyone in my family. There's like a few people. My cousin, love her to death. I have a child, 28 years old. I've had to go no contact with him. He can still text me like he did a few days ago for money, and I'll send it to him and not say anything to him because I have to prioritize my peace when it comes to that specific family that I've created. And it sounds horrible to say, but there are people in your life that you will prioritize over and over and over again, and they will continue to tear you down. So you have to, whether it's friends or family, the people that bring you peace are the ones that need to be around, because everything else is just like, it's just gonna fuck you up.
Well said. Well said. Wow. I'm gonna talk about that in a moment. Sean, what up, man?
What up?
How you feel about it?
Well, I understand what the sister's saying right before me, and there's some credibility to that. But I'd rather have people who are going to bring me accountability as opposed to just peace. Because peace will come with my accountability. But to the point that the reason why I say that, for example, we was talking about the weight earlier. We have a tendency to bring peace by bringing something that might not be the most beneficial. So when we was talking about peace, the weight, my biggest concern was the health issues that come along with it, and us justifying and condoning health. Despite you're all right, despite it's unhealthy, because you look good and because you feel good. So you're at peace, looking good and feeling good, but it's not always the most beneficial because it can be detrimental to your health, your well-being in the long run. And sometimes, despite your feelings, that's why facts over feelings, I subscribe to that because I'd rather you tell me the facts than leave me at peace. Because, yeah, that comfort that I have for the moment might be unpleasant in the future or might be even unliving me in the future. So while I understand the peacefulness, and I'm not disputing that, I just think we need the honesty because sometimes, as I said in the past, we deserve more than we desire. And quite frankly, we desire to have fun. We desire to be, to smile, but we deserve to live. And in living, you can have smiles, you can have comfort and things of that nature, but you won't always have it. There'll be times where you might struggle, and sometimes that struggle will lend to your maturity. That maturity will lend to your growth. And so if we could have it to where my family or friends, whoever it is, will hold that position in my life, where they will hold me accountable and tell me, I once gave a story, a little 2-year-old, I was around my family members, right? A bunch of adults. I picked up the 2-year-old, we were all in a closed confinement, and she said, "Your breath stink." Now, I'm sitting around all these adults who are my friends, families, etc., who making me feel comfortable, who want me to be at peace, but yet they weren't being truthful with me. And it took a 2-year-old to be honest with me so that I could correct that. But all of my people who love me didn't correct me. And I was like, wow. And I spoke to them about it, and they understood my position, but they probably would stay in there because we're comfortable with not making people uncomfortable. I landed.
A lot of important jewels. I really like how you said we're comfortable. We're not comfortable with making people uncomfortable. Is that how you put it, Sean?
Good question that I can't repeat.
Nah, it's okay. It's okay. I don't listen. That's peace.
I have one. I just say one thing. Isn't a part of growth and development being able to hold yourself accountable?
Yes,
Okay.
that can be part of it. Yeah,
Okay.
but it's not always the only thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely think that growth is being able to hold yourself accountable and recognizing who's who and what's what. We just don't arrive to accountability. You know what I mean? That's just not how that goes. A lot of poignant points tonight. A lot of things were discussed. Shout out to my Instagram viewership, Clubhouse viewership, YouTube viewership. I want to end on a more lighter note before we get to final thoughts, because I was going to start the pod with this, but I said, no, I'm just not going to do it as the conversation started to flow. But what I will say is, because this has nothing to do with nothing, but I still want to like low-key get into it because I can put it in a pot and mix it and make it into something. Triz, I'm going to go to you first, because I know how much of
What's this about?
How passionate you are in certain regards. How you feel about J. Cole apologizing about dissing Kendrick? I'm sorry, I just gotta ask.
You know what? I posted about this at like 4:00 in the morning when I saw it. Right? Because I love J. Cole, I love Kendrick, both of them. And what he said was, People wanted blood. They wanted them to go to war. That's not who he is.
Sean, mute your mic while she's speaking, King.
He said that is not who he is. So he put something together. He put something together because he's a rapper, right? But after a few days, it didn't sit right in his spirit. That's who he is. It didn't align with who he was. Going to war or battling his friend did not align with who J. Cole was as a person. So he said, I take it back. The album was called Might Delete Later because he knew that shit didn't sit right in his spirit, right? I saw Charlemagne say a lot of people want rappers to go to war because they are at war with themselves, right? And people talking about it's hip hop, it's this and that. It's hip hop can evolve past that. Hip hop can evolve. J. Cole just happens to be one of those rappers that have evolved. I remember him saying a long time ago, I want to shift the culture. He has shifted himself. He has let go of his ego completely, and he operates off of his soul. He operates through his soul and his spirit and how he feels and what feels good to him. And that shit that he dropped didn't feel good to him. So he said, okay, just kidding. That's my brother. And I apologize. It takes a big motherfucking man to do that. It takes a big man to do that. And everybody could say, but that's not hip hop. That's not hip hop. That's his hip hop. And nobody cannot say J. Cole is not a hip hop, is not rap, is not hip hop. Nobody can say he can't rap. Nobody can take away whatever because they feel he lost this battle. He wasn't even in the battle. He didn't want the battle to begin with. He just did it just to do it. Might delete later. I'm done.
I'm done. Okay. I mean, that's peace. I mean, D, go ahead.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say, what's the saying they say? Never make permanent decisions on temporary emotions. If that was a person, if that was a rhyme, that's what that was. Because after listening to it, and I did this with some kids today, some teenagers, and heard their perspective, I was like, I get it. Because at first everybody wanted, that he's a sucker for doing that. He's a sucker for doing that. But then when I played the reply, the apology, he kind of even said in an apology, he was like, look, even if you want to hit me on the chin again, I'm here. I'm gonna take it because I deserve that. But we all know that, especially the ladies, that y'all done typed some 3-page letter on somebody's text message because you felt a certain way about something that was a misunderstanding, but you had to be heard at that time, and yada yada yada. Your friends pumped you up in the back.
Changed my mind the next day.
Girl, you better send that. You better say that. You better do this. And that's us. That's society doing that to J. Cole. And then boom, he did it. And then people was critiquing that, saying, "Oh, it was mid. It wasn't hard enough." And it wasn't hard enough because he didn't want to do it. He was apologizing and giving him credit while he was dissing him. So while he was trying to throw jabs, I personally think, and I'm gonna summarize with this. I personally think the three of them should sit somewhere. They should behind the scenes have a little meeting and say, "Look, we're gonna do this for this summer. We're gonna sell all this. We're gonna make all of this and go crazy. But we're not gonna talk about nobody's sick parents, dead this, dead that. We're gonna just talk bars and throw jabs at certain things like comedians do." I would have been cool with that. The apology, I mean, I just think that, damn, like, he felt he was doing the right thing because it insists right with his soul, like Trey said. So I know that.
Can I say one more thing?
No.
Come on, it's a good thing. It's good. It's like it's.
So could we not buying into his narrative? Obviously, he wants to go left with it. Go ahead.
No, can you not worry about my narrative and just focus on what you have to say, DWI? Go ahead, Tris.
In the culture of hip hop, right? It's always a lot of us walk around with this "I wish a nigga would" mentality. Am I right or am I right? I wish a nigga would. All day. You walk around waiting for somebody to look at you funny. He probably looking at you, he's like your hat. But you got that "I wish a nigga would" mentality, right? There we go. Beef right there. Automatic. Let's cut that "I wish a nigga would" mentality out and wish each other well. I'm done. I wish you well. I wish you well. Hey, what you got to say, Broadway? Go off. Go off. You're getting fuzzy.
Gotta wake up because y'all. Whew,
Now, hold on, before you go,
whoa. Everybody spoke. Everybody be quiet. Nobody say nothing. No, nobody say nothing. Everybody, Instagram is muted. Nobody can hear you. Y'all gave a whole dissertation on some bullshit. All y'all, you, Triz, everything, Lala, and everybody on Clubhouse was about to say. Had to wake myself up for a second because it splashed some water, because this is incredible. Yeah, this is like when the attorney has something to say that yields to the point of view of their client. They give their point of view on it. They say everything, and before the opposing attorney can say, "I object," they say, "Strike that from the record." J. Cole, you had something to say. Don't make this when I'm with Drake, I'm gonna feel good because my cousins and my brothers and my family's around. What are we talking about here? You had all that bravado. How do we talk about might delete this later when it stems from first-person shooter? How do we get there without getting there? He has something to say. He said it with his chest. Now that Kendrick's on his ass and he feels like, yo, the people not responding to the record the way I would have hoped for them to respond to it. Now he want to hide his hand and get on stage 3 days later and apologize. I highly doubt that he would have been keeping that same energy had he had an overwhelming response of support. J. Cole, this is hip hop. The founding fathers built it off of going at each other. What are we talking about? Triz, don't say nothing for the rest of the part. D, y'all two, go do something with yourselves. We're not talking about this no more. Final thoughts, Clubhouse first. That's it. Podcast over. The podcast not over. Stop, Nas, don't end nothing. The girls are beefing too. Glorilla is coming at JT. JT is coming at Glorilla versus Young Miami. What's happening? And then they want to make up. What's going on right now? This is an era of I'm going to throw the stone, then I want to hide my hand. They all soft. No, I'm heavily, if we didn't have those other prolific conversations that we had earlier, I wouldn't even be going into final thoughts, but Clubhouse final thoughts on you. Lala, I'll begin with you, Queen. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Can somebody pinch me? Am I dreaming?
My final thought, good pod, good food, good love, good night.
Wise words from a wise woman. Sammy, final thoughts, Queen. Oh, she must be got the big Chanel. She can't even get to her mic. I can't even reach my mic in time. I got bands to make her dance in my bag. I can't even get to my mic. Sammy can't even speak to us in this moment. We're going to go ahead and go to Lundria. Lundria, take the phone from the kids that's playing with Subway Surfer. Do they even play that still? Hello? Lundria?
No, they do not.
My son is talking. No, this was a great podcast, and I appreciate all the different perspectives and everything. And let's do it again.
Love that. Love that. Big shout out to Lundria. Appreciate the support always, Queen. Love you, Allison. You in the room. Gone but not forgotten, Queen. We still feel you. Angel, what it do, shorty?
I really think that the J. Cole is just vibrating high with me. And
Amen.
I think that you have to be vibrating high to understand where he's coming from. I think he has evolved.
Which means you have low vibrations, Broadway. That's what she's saying.
How do somebody mute her, King? I don't even know how to mute. Lala, mute her mic. Lala, mute her mic. We don't thank you, Lala. Benawar, final thoughts on you, Benawar. Hello? Benawar? No?
Looks like you're gonna have to come
Big
to me.
Sin. What's happening? Not too much on the big. Slim Sin. What's happening with you, Sin? Hello? Final thoughts?
Is somebody talking?
Somebody mute her mic, please. All right, Dave, final thoughts on you, cool, David.
I told him. I think he muted himself on accident.
Okay, we'll move along then. We'll come back. You know what? Not Triz. Sean. No. No. Sean, final thoughts on you, Sean.
My final thoughts. Oh man. There are a lot of people that I think need to really be honest with themselves. And I think all of us have some work to do in that area at times. But the more that work we put into
So does
it,
Kendrick
the more we'll
Lamar
get
come
out of
back?
it.
Oh my God. Thank you. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Dave. We'll come back to you, David. Go ahead, Sean.
No, I don't think this hasn't been a response. I don't see anyone.
Future Mike.
Because if you're in Kendrick Lamar, what do you do? Like, I just dissed you. He did a song, but then he apologized. But he's still a competitor. So, should be interesting.
What is going on right now?
He's not even looking at the screen. I'm trying to tell him to unmute his mic.
It's okay. It's okay. We're going to roll with it. We live. Go ahead, Sean. Finish your POV, kid.
Man.
But he's still on Instagram, right?
Saying that they talking about J. Cole and that was something else. I understand that, both sets of it, especially being an MC. But I'm a mature man now. So my MC things that I used to drive me might not drive me the same way, similar to what I feel J. Cole went through. And my spirit might not, because I was a good MC and I will find all of those little intricate things to, attack you. But I ain't as it doesn't appeal me. Like, I might have liked some of the rapping that's going on right now if I was younger. I just don't like it right now. And I don't like, the toxicity, especially because it's going beyond hip hop right now. It's actually messing with our lives. We're seeing a Diddy go through some scenarios that toxicity pretty much was the author of. And as a mature man, I just can't continue to condone it. So I would have to check myself in a scenario like that. I probably would have reacted the same way. It's like smacking somebody you can beat.
Yeah.
You feel like a bully. And after that, you're like, yo, why did I do that? That don't even sit well with me. I know I can mess with him. I know I can beat him.
Yeah.
Why am I even going there? And all I'm doing is for these people who have nothing or doing nothing in my life. Because anybody who's cheering it on, they just the selfish people that I'm trying to get away from.
Yeah. No, I feel you.
I land that there. That was the topic. But yeah, my theme is let's be honest and let's learn how to trust.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that, Sean. Appreciate your final thoughts, King. Hello, D. Final thoughts on you. All love, Sean D. Final thoughts on you.
All right. So the whole conversation was a good conversation today. My final thoughts on what I was trying to tell you before you muted my mic was when Tracy said, bro, we go off, that was a drop. Go back and find that. It was nothing happening around it for about 2 seconds. I promise you, thank me later. Now, I told you was going to be hating, and am I muted again?
No, you're great. I'm telling Nas to find the drop.
Nah. I feel like you muted me. I didn't hear myself. But no, so to each his own.
The trauma.
What Sean led to is what we all go through in life. As you mature and you grow older, some of the things that you did, even yesterday, may not sit well with you if you have a sense of understanding of right and wrong. So it don't take 3 more songs to come out to know, like, damn, why did I even do that for? Because he might feel like he might kill Kendrick Lamar and mess up his whole career, and you don't want to do that to him. And that's my man, J. Cole. I'm standing on that. Final word.
All right, can we go to Triz? How you feel, Queen? Final thoughts.
First of all, I'm mad because you never came to me when we was talking about the dating up or down and your age. So nobody knows that. And now y'all will never know because I had some good shit to say. And second of all,
this finger right here is.
Second of all, believe it or not, hip hop can evolve. I yield my mic.
Listen, no, seriously, all jokes aside. Man, tonight was fun. Hopefully Taja don't kill me tomorrow. I want to start there though. Being someone who's in therapy and actively stays in therapy, all jokes aside, final thoughts. I do believe that there's always, so just from the example of I'm the man and I have my lady and there's a woman, her friend, that feels comfortable wearing certain things, right? From that perspective. I think therapy has taught me this and is teaching me this actively. There's always 2 sides to something. There's the side of the offense and the person that's offended, right? There's the person that's causing the offense and the person that's offended. So if, let's say my lady felt some sort of way, that's cool that she felt some sort of way, right? But on the other end to it, there's a lady that's wearing something and she feels comfortable wearing whatever it is that she's wearing, right? I think after we deal with the disrespect, we still have to deal with the initial feelings that's been brought to the table. And very few and far in between do we get to deal with the actual feelings. No offense to bigger people, because I understand and know all shit's aside, I pull my team's leg. Some people can't control how they look on the outside because you can eat right, you can work out, you can do all of the things, but how you actually look on the outside, everybody's body not created equally, right? So I want us to more so love ourselves and pour into ourselves and know that everybody should be loved. Everybody should be given the same amount of love, regardless of however you look. And if you do feel some sort of way about how you look, I think therapy is a real thing that we should all invest in our most precious resource, which is ourselves, right? In regards to, family, what comes first, I think that's subjective. I think that And it's relative at the same time because what's happening now matters, right? Depending on what, I really like what Benny not here with us no more. She dipped out early. But I think when it comes to your family and loyalty, it's like a Rubik's Cube. That's all I kept thinking about while she was speaking. It takes many shapes, and it depends on what you were doing to me this year or in this moment. If you might not get the same me, you'll get a portion of me, but you're not going to get the same exact me through and through because you violated. And if you are to get the same exact me, that's going to take a very long time because you violated. That's the penalty that you receive, right? The blessing is that I'm still in your life. So it's a lot, you know, and I just think that as a community, we do think and grow rich together, you know, playfully. We got to watch and be conscious of the men and women that we're dealing with because that's the most important decision that we'll make in our lives, right? When it comes to significant others. He's going to take a lot out of you because he may require a lot. She might take a lot out of you because one of her love languages is acts of service, so you got to show up. But I think we all feel slighted when the promises are fell short of and you didn't deliver, so you feel slighted. Infidelity, hot take, infidelity isn't always cheating on someone. Infidelity is forfeiting promises that you've made to someone. Hello? Right? So I think once we eradicate the mindset of what infidelity looks like and start to understand that, hey, you said you would be here at a certain time and you wasn't here, you was unfaithful to that moment, figuratively speaking. Live on Broadway podcast. Y'all know what we do it for. Shout out to Big Allison. Love you, Queen. Thank you for being in our presence and always holding us down. We're going to send you off the way that you were supposed to, the way that you gave us love, light, the way that you poured into our lives as individuals. Thank you, Lala, for your help tonight, Queen. Thank you, D. Shout out to Chris, Sean. You know it's always a pleasure, beloved. Dave, you know the vibes, man. Y'all know me. I pull y'all leg, man. This is what I do. Don't take me too serious. I'm here to get you guys through the week and through the moment. Live on Broadway podcast. Y'all know what we do around these parts. It's cheaper to be yourself. Be giant. Pool.
Later.
Clip.
Do you have relationship questions you need answered? Spicy topics? DM us at Live on Broadway Podcast. Have music, products, or an ad you want us to run? Email us at Live on Broadway Podcast. Be sure to tap in. Mondays, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live on